Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to welcome everyone here tonight. We have good representation by the Bedford Police, so crime should be low in the next hour or so. All right, approval of minutes. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes and everything looked fine?
I'd like to make a motion to amend page 10, page 9.
Oh, we're page 9.
At the very bottom of the page, it says motion carried with 7 members voting aye, and I think we had a 5-2 split on that.
That's correct.
All right. Did you get that, Darcy? Okay. Anything else? Then they stand approved as read. Report of Town Manager, Mr. Warner.
Thank you, Mayor Stanley and members of council. I'm going to begin by turning things over to Chief Moore for a very special introduction of 3 of our new colleagues.
All right.
Hey, good evening. Just real quick, I want to reintroduce Officers Olson, Dillard, and Stewart Overstreet, who was not introduced last time because they just completed the police academy. Dillard and Olson had the luxury and the opportunity to be around the department working for a few months before the academy started. And we threw Stewart in the academy really quick just as the academy was starting. So I'm just happy to report that they all three scored very high in the academy. They really gave us a good reputation there at the Cardinal Criminal Justice Academy. They're just starting their FTO processes, and with any luck, here in about 8 to 12 weeks, they're going to be out on their own. So just want to introduce these guys to you.
And we do want to welcome you to Bedford. You have a good group to train with and under, so carry on. Yes, thank you. Yes,
Thank you, Chief. Again, our new officers are Christian Dillard, Marcus Olson, and Stewart Overstreet. Very pleased to have them on the force. On another happy note, wanted to report that once again, through the efforts of our finance staff, the town has received the Certificate of Award for Excellence in Financial Reporting from the Government Finance Officers Association for its annual certified financial report for the fiscal year that ended in June 2025, and that the town has received that designation for several consecutive years, and it's not easy to acquire and not easy to repeat. So just wanted to recognize the efforts of the folks in finance. A couple of administrative notes. Between now and the next time we have a regular meeting, we've got a couple of office closures. First is Friday, June 19th, in observance of the federal Juneteenth holiday. The other is Friday, July 3rd, in observance of the Independence Day holiday. Of course, there will be several events in conjunction with this, the semi-quincentennial of our country, including the town's own fireworks display at dusk on July 3rd. We're always the first to kick off those celebrations. So just want everybody to take note of those closures and wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season.
All right, thank you. Appearances before council. I think we have one. Jeremy Bro. Come on down, state your name, address, and
Name and address? Is that what you said?
yes, sir.
My name is Jeremy Bro. I live at 1089 Granite Drive. I could walk there from here. Don't want to. Good. I was asked to come in to read scripture and pray. Is that so?
Yes, yes, sir. We appreciate it.
Thought I would read from Psalm 37, beginning in verse 3. Trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and cultivate faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust also in him, and he will do it. If you are so inclined, would you please join me as we pray? Father, today we are thankful for your mercy, your grace, and your love. Today, we are thankful for those who willingly serve this town. Today, we thank you for the residents of this town that have gathered here tonight. It is our request that as this meeting transpires tonight, that you will be honored and glorified in the words that are said and the decisions that are made. We ask that those who serve will be guided by your hand and filled with your wisdom and discernment. We ask that the citizens that are here, if they speak, that they will speak guided by your hand and filled with your wisdom and discernment. It is into your hands that we commit this town council meeting. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. All right, next is council comments. Jay, what you got for us?
I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight, and also the new officers that we have coming on board. Jeremy, thank you for your prayer for us. And also, I would like everybody to try to keep the Eastlake family in your prayers and stuff and everything over when they had their tent collapse and stuff and everything. That's it.
All right, Todd.
Yep. Thank you everyone for being here. I know there's going to be a lot of discussion about some of the events that we had in town, and I appreciate all those that arranged that at the D-Day and other places. Unfortunately, I was out of town for work, but I thank you all for being here again.
Okay. Speak on the D-Day event last Friday and Saturday. Maple and Taro and all the staff and volunteers helped put on a great show for our town and helped have a great event at the D-Day. I want to thank all the military veterans and active military people that attended at the D-Day. That is one of the biggest events that we have every year, so that is a great thing for our town and help our town to grow. The banners, there is some new banners in town. If you hadn't seen them, some World War I banners. So thank Steve and Erica Mafaden on them. And I want to thank Woody Watts for all he does to help our town to promote it and stuff like that. So he does an awesome job. Also, I got one other special thing. Mayor Stanley spoke at the D-Day event. He's the first mayor to speak since we was a city in 2012.
I did not know that. Nobody else wanted to do it. That's all I can say.
So,
What you do?
You're making history.
I don't know about that. I think I made history already, but in other ways. What you got, Vice Mayor?
I'd like to dovetail on the comment that Councilman Haley made about the banners. 2 council meetings ago, I was going to mention something about the banners, and I let the agenda get away from me, and then I was out of state for the last one, so I'll make it a point to mention this time. Jay, I've been noticing those new scenic banners and stuff, and I want to thank you for doing it. Those do set things off, you know, and the fact that we've got them spread out throughout the entire town, not just one centralized area. I think it's great, and I think those banners are really good. Thank you for your work you've done on that.
Thank you.
What you got?
Well, I'd like to welcome everybody here. Also like to welcome everyone that's watching by the YouTube, and also like to welcome those new officers, the ones that went through the academy. I'm sure I'll be seeing y'all on the road somewhere this fall. And also, I'm real sorry that I missed all the D-Day events. Again, I was out of town, and I'm sorry that I missed the mayor's speech.
You can probably go back and look at it online some way.
You were selling me copies of it.
Not you. Might be a conflict of interest. Anyway, Dave, bail us out here.
Like everybody said, thanks for coming out tonight. I appreciate you coming. It's always good to see some of the same familiar faces and some new ones as well. And hopefully, Councilman Evans, you won't see the PD out too much when you're out on the street.
I was thinking.
I also wanted to just kind of, again, echo the kudos to the financial department for the finance award. It just kind of goes to show you how diligent they are ensuring that we are in compliance with all the laws, rules, and regulations that probably are this thick to make sure we are on the up and up on all our finances. So I appreciate Ann and her department doing that as well. and for Tom as well. Your guys putting up the banners that Councilman Eppolito kind of forced it.
Good job, thank you. I want to just reiterate what has been said. Thank you for everybody that has helped beautify the town, banners, everyone who has been involved in that. I do want to especially thank April Messier and the D-Day staff. They did a great job for the 25th anniversary of D-Day. I mean, I was there the first time when it was dedicated, when President Bush spoke. It was not completely finished, and it was a very hot day. But, so it's come a long way, and they've done a great job. I did attend June 5th, the celebration of the D-Day, and watched the movie when we went in. Very emotional, very worthwhile watching. Yes, on June 6th, I did attend, and you know what I did already, but nonetheless, it was a very good celebration. A lot of people spoke. A lot of people were recognized. It was not about who spoke or anything like that. It was about the sacrifice that was made that day by Bedford and the Bedford boys that went on shore, and after that, the ones who, as they say, all they wanted to do was come home. Some did not. But we can never or should never forget that. And remember, freedom is not free. People make sacrifices. Also on Wednesday, June 10th, I went to the Flag Day ceremony at Center Park. The Elks Lodge put on a very good Flag Day ceremony, as they always do. And that has been an ongoing thing also for decades. The Elks Lodge, even, I remember when I was active in Boy Scouts, that was something that was always done. So we thank you, the Elks Lodge, for doing that. And that is all I have.
So, Mr. Mayor, did they actually have Boy Scouts way back then?
I'll put it this way, we didn't have face shields over our helmets.
Okay, gotcha.
So what is that? Anyway,
Toga.
that's enough. What have we been taking? All right, report of council committees, there are none. Revisions to the agenda, Mr. Warner?
Yes, Mayor Stanley, the Bedford Police Department would like to add an item to the consent agenda, which is a request to close Gold Street. And you should have that item before you there at the dais.
All right. Good deal. All right. No public hearings. And the consent agenda, Mr. Warner?
The Bedford Police Department is requesting to close the following street on August 7th, 2026, from noon until 5 o'clock p.m. This closure is intended to facilitate a crash scene demonstration for children attending cop camp, and the street that would be involved is Gold Street. This marks the final day of comp camp that week, an important opportunity for children to witness the various services provided by emergency responders. Additionally, this arrangement facilitates convenient pickup for parents. Attendees can expect to see police cars, fire equipment, and rescue vehicles on display. Affected businesses will be notified, as well as the fire department and Bedford County Fire and Rescue at the scene. Tonight, Town Council is requested to close Gold Street on August 7th, 2026, from noon until 5 o'clock p.m. for a crash scene demonstration for children attending cop camp.
All right, you've heard the reading. Do I hear a motion? So moved.
Second.
All right, Councilman Haley made the motion and Vice Mayor Updike made the second. I think it's pretty well self-explanatory, so Darcy?
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mr. Updike?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mayor Stanley?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members voting aye.
All right, no old business, new business. Brief presentation regarding the operations and outcomes of the IT department. Mr. Fackles, you are up.
Good evening. I'm Darrell Fauster, Director of Information Technology. I'm usually sufficiently spoken, but not with so many eyes on me, so bear with me. I'm not stutter a little bit. My presentation will certainly not be the fanciest or most interesting one that you've seen, but I do hope it enhances your perception of the levels of importance that technology plays in our society and some, but certainly not all of complexities and challenges that are involved in providing and maintaining those conveniences. We've come a long way from file cabinets and ditto machines, if some of you know what I mean. What is IT? It. That's a inside joke. What is it? When we hear of the term IT, we generally think of computers and perhaps the internet, but little else. However, modern IT consists of an ever-expanding realm of information and technology that we take for granted with little thought of what is involved behind the scenes. It's just invisible magic that instantly provides an almost endless list of conveniences. Some of the ones that affect us most, and we often take for granted, are emergency services, or police, or fire, state and national security. Think about your weather alerts, to disasters, to all the things, that, and just the technology behind it all that we tend to gloss over a lot. Utilities, we stand here in a cool building and with electricity and sound systems and stuff, and this is all technology we kind of take for granted until the microphone doesn't work or something. Oh, what happened to the technology? So, utilities, natural gas, telephone, internet, video and audio streaming, social media, pretty much take it for granted. Food service, sometimes we don't think about from the farm, the technology on the farm, all the way to the table, technology, healthcare. We don't have time to even think about that. Commerce, traditional and electronic. I like pressing magic buttons on my phone and a box appears on my doorstep, so that's nice, but it takes a lot of technology behind that, from production, warehousing, distribution, transportation, and delivery. If you ever want to see something that's very interesting with technology, look on YouTube for UPS World Port at the Louisville, Kentucky airport. If you do, you'll be sufficiently impressed with just the technology and the way the packages are sorted and everything. Communication, that goes without saying. Traffic control, road, air, rail, government, all require technology that we often take for granted. In the town, some of the main things that the IT department is responsible for is the infrastructure and network management, which is the servers, the databases, the storage, backup, the wires in the wall we don't see, the wireless system, things such as that, the telephone system. We don't know that it's not working until it's not working, and then we realize how important it is. Cybersecurity and data protection, that's especially now it's very important. Help desk and technical support for town systems, computers and devices and applications. We need to be available for our users whenever they have a mouse that's not working or a system that won't start. We need to be available. So in cloud and application management, we deal with that some with our other vendors and stuff. And then the licensing and subscription for numerous softwares and systems. We don't really pay attention to that unless it expires and then suddenly something doesn't work and we go, oh, wait a minute, they haven't paid the bills. So some of our duties, including, it's not an extensive list, but user accounts, functions, permissions, passwords. We've all had some password issues in email and file access, individual applications which run the town, databases and everything else for the finance department. That's we're supporting them, but they're the stars there, but we do help them. Printers, small formats and large format printers, they rely on. Phone systems, obviously main system maintenance and administration and extensions. There's a lot to phone systems and administration. So voicemail, we've all needed voicemail before. Email administration, accounts, groups, and security. And just as a note, the past 30 days, we've received 35,514 messages and 9,453 of those have been blocked due to questionable content. And sometimes something gets caught that doesn't need to be in there, but we go in and get it out and make exception for it. But that's a vital function that we support. We don't do the system to do that, but we have to monitor the system. So electric department meter reading and accounting, accounts and billing software. There's always maintenance and things to do there. Police and fire, a lot of technology involved there. Even landfill database system may not realize it's just not more. It's more than just weighing trash coming in and out. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind. I'm sure Tom relies on that data from reports and everything else. So, and then the billing and accounting system management and administration and payment systems that we help support with the vendor's help. Some notable accomplishments, not a vast list, but the implementation of the Tyler enterprise resource planning system, which again is the finance team, but my predecessor was heavily involved in that, a lot of IT and techie talk and everything else with the vendors. We designed and implemented the new server and storage system in virtual environment, from the hosts, from our email services to the file storage and the phone systems, utility billing databases and landfill systems, among other things. We recently migrated local backup configuration to an off-site cloud-based data and backup disaster recovery system, and that's big for the town. That's really big. I'm really happy about that. And we maintain service agreements and contracts and other partnerships necessary to keep systems and applications functioning, which again is kind of the background stuff that you don't really see, but if we forget to do something, we know about it. So, it upheld services to the user community and thus serving the citizens in Bedford. So that's a little brief synopsis, and I gave you a little chart just as an example of some of the complexities that are behind the scenes in just getting a new user on board. So when you're wanting to look at a little coloring chart, you can see the chart of some of the complexities and the interconnections that the systems make and everything. So hope that gives a little background.
How many folks you got in your department?
Myself and an intern right now. We're working on hiring a second person. So
50% of your department is here tonight.
yeah.
75%.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
All right, appreciate it.
Any questions, comments?
No questions. I kind of equate, you're kind of like in combat or in the military, you have the guys up front and you got the logisticians that are pushing all the beans, bullets, Band-Aids and stuff out to everybody, and that's kind of how you are. You got the front people, but you're behind the scenes supporting everything, and so kudos to you for what you've done. You've done it seamlessly for the most part.
I appreciate that.
Good job.
Yeah, I like a lot of military stuff for some reason, and one of the things that I kind of equate to what you said to submarine chefs. They're down in the bowels taking care of business, but by golly, it better be ready when you need it. So, all right, well, appreciate it.
Darryl, we appreciate what you do. I know you and I have talked before, and I've told you my previous career, when something simple to you guys would mess up my laptop, I could just get on the phone, call Columbus, and they would just remote right in. They'd go to bam, 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 bam. I'm still, where'd you go in at? And they'd have it fixed in about 30 seconds. So, okay, you're good to go. And anything else? No. So, but it is very complicated, and I do know when it works, it's great. When it goes down, you're dead in the water. Yeah.
And I also like to add that this is the best user community I've worked for, so I appreciate it.
We appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Budget amendment for HEAP grant award. Mr. Warner.
Town of Bedford Police Department was awarded a fiscal year 26 HEAP program grant for equipment reimbursement initiative. The grant covers the purchase of equipment and services for an amount not to exceed $10,000. Town staff request for town council to consider acceptance of the HEAP grant and appropriation of the budget award as follows. Town council is requested to approve the budget amendment, which would accept the grant award and appropriate budget to the appropriate revenue and expenditure line items.
All right. Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Councilman Evans made the motion.
Second.
All right. Councilman Ippolito made the second. Any questions, comments? Pretty well self-explanatory. All right, Darcy.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mr. Updike?
Aye.
Mayor Stanley?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members voting aye.
All right, adopting an amendment to fiscal year 2026 budget. Mr. Warner.
At the end of the fiscal year, certain organization account codes in the general ledger of the governmental fund are expended beyond the current budget appropriation, while other organization account codes have budget appropriation that is available for use. In order to balance the budget with the actual expenditures, a budget transfer to organization codes that have or are forecasted to have non-favorable balances are requested. The auditor's review budget to actual variances in Exhibit 7 of the annual comprehensive financial report, and expenditures beyond budget appropriations by function can result in an audit comment. Staff forecasts expenditures as best as possible to stay in compliance with this requirement. Town Council is requested to approve the budget entry in the attached document, which would appropriate budget funding and transfer existing funding to organization codes requiring additional funding. Essentially what this is kind of the end of the year true up between all accounts, so we're balanced at the end.
All right. Can you hear a motion?
So moved.
All right.
Second.
Councilman Foreman made the motion and Vice Mayor Updike made the second. What questions do you have?
Me and Vice Mayor Updike asked Mr. Warner a few minutes ago just to verify it. So we're just moving monies from different accounts to these other accounts, correct?
Yes, there are about 6 revenue accounts that, for lack of a better term, overperformed based on our projections, and another 14 expenditure accounts that we did not expend all the appropriate money within the general fund through the efforts of the department heads. And then we're going to take that pool of money, which totals $590,779, and apply it to some other items that were either unexpected expenses or other things that were beyond our control. Those are 22 different expenditure line items, also totaling the same amount. And it's things like, on that side, it's things like fireworks, a lot of the work we did to the building on the HVAC system that we didn't expend. But we have those listed out. If you have any questions about any in particular, we can address those.
Thank you.
You good?
I'm good.
Okay. Dorsey?
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mr. Updike?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mayor Stanley?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members voting aye.
Selection of municipal building HVAC renovation option. Mr. Warner.
On December 9th, 2025, Town Council voted to award a contract to Thompson and Litton for design, bid assistance, and construction administration services related to potential renovations of the municipal building located at 215 East Main Street, including replacement of HVAC and electric systems, as well as other identified deficiencies. Since that time, Thompson and Litton has begun the work identified in the contract and have reached a point in which a decision needs to be made about the precise nature of air conditioning equipment to be replaced. This will directly affect development of design and construction documents moving forward. Attached to the agenda tonight is an email received from Barry Collier on April 10th, 2026. And Mr. Collier is with us this evening, here in the blue shirt, outlining 2 options for replacement of the building cooling system. One is an air-cooled system employing DX split units. The other is a water-chilled system similar to what has existed throughout the current life of the building. Some analysis is also contained in the email, including a 20-year cost analysis. The proposed DX split system is estimated to cost $300,000 over that time frame, whereas the water-chilled system estimate is $376,000. Thompson and Litton recommends moving forward with the DX split system, and the Public Works Director, Mr. Woodard, and I concur with that recommendation. We have also conferred with Senvar Roofing about the impact of installing such a DX system on the roof sealing work that was recently completed by that company. Randall Scott of Senvar has noted that the warranty for the previous roof sealing work shall remain intact as long as any repairs or installation of new flashings is performed by them or any other installer certified by American Weather Star. Tonight, Town Council is requested to formally direct Thompson and Litton to proceed with design and construction documents for the renovation of the municipal building based on utilization of a DX split cooling system.
Okay, before we make a motion, do we want to discuss this? Don't have any concerns or questions?
No, we need it.
I was gonna say, we needed, I was in the police department a few weeks ago and it was hot down there.
It's been hot in the entire building.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they are recommending the DX split system.
Yes.
Just want to be sure you're all okay with that. Okay?
When the town manager was talking about the difference in the cost. There's $76,000 difference that separates the two. But the breakdown, I mean,
Yeah.
it kind of makes it a no-brainer. The initial capital for the DX system is 130 versus a 30-ton chiller, it's 196. Energy savings on that, it's $140,000, if I'm reading this right, it's $140,000 worth of savings for the DX system versus $130,000 on the chiller. Maintenance is projected to be $30,000 on the DX system and $50,000 on the chiller. So it just seems like a no-brainer to.
I feel the same way, but want to be sure we're all on board.
And we worked, and being in this building with the chiller, I know there was work done on the chiller constantly, so I think the maintenance on the other system probably is a lot easier. It's very difficult to get into the area of the chiller.
All right. All right, do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Councilman Haley made the motion, second.
Second.
Councilman Foster. Okay. All right. Darcy, go ahead.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mr. Updike?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mayor Stanley?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members voting aye.
All right. Resolution, Bedford Autobus Federal Transit Administration 5311 Program Acceptance. Ms. Zirkle or Mr. Warner?
I'll give Ms. Zirkle a chance to summarize this in ways that I can't. I'll just note this relates to the Autobus, and basically it's a transition from the state grant funding that has existed in prior years over to federal funding. And for those who may not be aware, we have a public bus service here in town called the Autobus, and you can go online at autobus.com and get information about the routes. They have 17 different stops. And I'm going to shut up and defer to Mary so she can talk a lot quicker and more succinctly than I do.
She has been very quiet. I think that's a good.
Sorry, Mary, I didn't prep as well, but I'm just
No worries.
go with the varsity.
What say you, Mary?
Mr. Mayor, members of council, and Mr. Warner, you have before you a request to accept a grant for the Federal Transit Administration 5311 program. So this is the big leagues for transit operations. We've been ramping up to this with demonstration grants from the Department of Rail and Public Transportation. They really didn't know what to do with this since you haven't been in the system as an operator, as others are around that you may be familiar with. So they gave us 4 years of state funding only in preparation for actually more for them to get us into the federal system with this program. So the change, it was 80-20 was split to 4, and this would be a 70-30 split in some fashion. Just keeping in mind that 50% comes from the federal, and the remaining 50% is split between the Department of Rail and Public Transportation and local match. So we're guaranteed the 50. It's the rest of it that becomes a little more fungible over time. But we know that at no point would it be more than 30% match from a local provider. And right now that is being done by the Bedford Community Health Foundation. So going forward, if DRPT allows us to keep our current contract, that would remain in place. If they require us to go out for procurement, we would still be looking for an operator and a fund match provider. So that is the one caveat in here. We need to we'll find out more as we go forward. I've been meeting every other week with the consultant that helps DRPT through this federal process. But again, they're just a pass-through for federal funds. So we've been nailing down the process for this over the past 6 months at least for how to transition to this. So this is what we've been working towards for the last 4 years, working from what the Community Health Foundation began a year before that. Can answer any questions if you may have any.
And just in case you would like to know, the motion we are requesting is that Town Council accept the Bedford Autobus FTA 5311 funding as a subrecipient to the Virginia Department of Rail and Transportation, authorize the town manager to execute the agreement with DRPT, and to extend agreements with service providers that are recognized by DRPT. And if required, following execution of the agreement, the town will procure a transit service provider and matching fund provider.
Okay. Good deal. Do you hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Foreman and Councilman Haley. What questions do you have? Comments?
I think it's a great program. It's been going on for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's utilized. I see people on it all the time.
I see it stopped at at the Food Line. And the passengers that are waiting for the bus to leave and stuff. I mean, it's like they're having like a little social gathering there. Everybody just is happy about it, being there. And so, yeah, I think it's great.
It's a great service to our citizens
Yes,
that don't have easy transportation.
I tend to agree. It's been going on for how many years now, Mary?
This is the fourth year through demonstration, but it started before that, I believe in 2021, with the Health Foundation in partnership with Bedford County Parks and Recreation.
Yes. It's a great thing. It's utilized, and I'm glad to see it continue. I know we weren't sure about going into this year, but now it's a go. Yes, if we approve it. Yes. Any more questions? Darcy?
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mr. Updike?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mayor Stanley?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members voting aye.
All right, resolution, acceptance of AARP Community Challenge Grant 2026.
As part of 3 previous plans developed that are related to downtown improvements, staff applied for the National AARP Community Challenge Flagship Grant to implement a parklet in the downtown area. Parklets are public areas that use public parking spaces and are intended to provide green space and places for people to gather where space is limited. The area that was requested for the parklet was the 2 parking spaces on East Main Street that were closed by Town Council in front of the new Vietnam Veterans Memorial. The grant requested funds for the materials to construct the handicapped accessible parklet structure, including appropriate plantings and barriers and signage required by AARP. At the time of writing, the grant contemplated community involvement in the construction. The town received notice of the award on May 1st in the amount of $10,926. No matching funds are required. The town would assist with the project and administer the grant. The grant award time frame is June 24, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. This has not been publicly announced by AARP, which should occur on June 24th, allowing projects to officially begin at that time. An agreement with AARP is required to be executed prior to the grant award being sent as an upfront payment to the town. Tonight, Town Council is requested to adopt the resolution to accept the grant award and authorize staff to execute all required documents. A budget amendment will be executed to allocate the grant and assign it to the proper general ledger codes.
Before I ask for a motion, I'm going to give a brief update on this. During all this, and Mary applied for the grant, and we did not know exactly where it is, but it got approved. And Mary, you tell me if I get off the rails anywhere. But during that time, the Vietnam Memorial Board said they didn't want it. And I'd never asked why. So yesterday, Mr. Dugberry was sitting right back there. He and I got into what I call a very good conversation, productive conversation, because I thought I should have asked at that time why. And after talking to Doug, it came down to one word: mobile. They did not want any mobile parklet that could be moved from the memorial or anywhere else within the town. And because of that, they did not want it. So I assured Mr. Berry that this would be a permanent structure at the memorial, but this grant is only for a parklet at the memorial, or Vietnam Memorial, correct, Mary?
Yes, sir.
That's
how it was written.
Yes, that is the only place it can be used. So we came to an agreement that in this motion, we say this will be a permanent structure, not moved anywhere else. For the Vietnam Memorial, the board will be good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you, Doug. So everybody good on that? So does anyone want to make the motion?
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay, go ahead.
So moved.
No.
We gotta make,
You're-
I make a motion that we make it a permanent structure.
Permanent structure.
In front of the, yes, in front of the Vietnam Vet Memorial.
Right.
Okay.
And to accept the grant award and authorize staff
To
to
accept the
execute.
grant.
In addition to what we
Yeah.
said with the other, yes, correct.
Second.
All right. Councilman Foreman made the motion, Councilman Haley seconded it. Any questions?
When we get to exactly how this area is going to look, can we incorporate the Vietnam Memorial Board?
I should have added,
Yeah.
Doug has already volunteered to be on that, yes. In our conversation, he said he would like to be on the steering committee, be involved in that. And anybody else that wants to, please get them on there, Doug, because we want this done right in accordance to what they want. The right height, right width, a good design is what we're after. So, yeah.
Well, I would say that because the memorial is very, I mean, it is attractive.
Yes.
It is honoring the veterans that were killed in the war, and we want to keep that honor.
Right. We don't want to do anything to distract
Correct.
from that
the
either.
intent of
Yeah.
what the memorial's for, so.
And during our conversation, I made that comment. I said, you know, D-Day has place everywhere where you can sit. And it's an emotional thing for a lot of people, to where they just don't want to stand there and get emotional and walk away. They want to sit there, reminisce, and think about the person they knew, the family, or however they remember them, to where they can now sit there, stay as long as they want. And D-Day has it, the Vietnam Memorial should have the same thing. So, anything else? I've talked too much already, right, Dave? All right. Don't do that.
You can abstain.
Okay, Darcy, go ahead.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mr. Updike?
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mayor Skelly?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members voting aye.
All right, that concludes the new business. Now, make a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Virginia Code 2.2-3711, A3 and 8, for the purpose of discussion or consideration of the acquisition or disposition of land and for consultation with the town attorney regarding the legal status of such property, where discussions in open session would adversely affect the bargaining position or negotiating strategy of the town regarding forest property outside of town limits in the Peaks Magisterial District of Bedford County. Also, I move that at the same time closed session pursuant to section 2.2-3711A, 1 of the Code of Virginia of 1950 as amended to discuss personnel matters. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Haley, and Councilman Ippolito made the second. That's a lot of reading. Darcy?
Mr. Updike?
Oh,
Aye.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mayor Skelly?
aye.
hereby certify that, one, only public business matters only such public business matters were identified in the motion conveying the executive meeting were heard, discussed, or considered by council.
Your motion?
Second.
Councilman Foster and Councilman Haley. All right. Darcy, go ahead.
Mr. Evans?
Aye.
Mr. Foreman?
Aye.
Mr. Foster?
Aye.
Mr. Haley?
Aye.
Mr. Ippolito?
Aye.
Mr. Updike?
Aye.
Mayor Stanley?
Aye.
Motion carries with all members voting aye.
No further business. This meeting is adjourned.